high but too far away to hold me. You know I'm the one who put you out there. Name in the sky, does it ever get lonely? Thinking you could leave without me. Leave without me. You know I'm the one who put you out there. And don't know why. Thinking you could leave without me. Leave without me. You know I'm the one who put you out there. And don't know why. Thinking you could leave without me. What would they say? What would they do? Would it be trouble if they knew? I'm trying hard to make you see. All that you are is all that I need. I know that it's a secret, and I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on, yeah, I want the lights on, and I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on. I know that it's a secret, and I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on, yeah, I want the lights on, and I don't wanna run away anymore. Do you recall not long ago we would walk on the sidewalk, innocent? Remember, all we did was scared from each other, but the night was warm. We were both young. All around, the wind blows. We would only hold on to let go. Blow a kiss, fire a gun. We need someone to lean on. Blow a kiss, fire a gun. We need someone to lean on. Blow a kiss, fire a gun. We need someone to lean on. Blow a kiss, fire a gun. Oh, we need somebody to lean on.
Good morning, guys. My name is Sean Dexter, and I welcome you all to the Mango Grove. I hope you guys can hear me today. Seems like you guys can, but hey, please go ahead and confirm. I have Krisha with me here, as usual. Krisha,
what is up, you guys?
let's go ahead and confirm that they can actually hear us this time, Krisha. In the comments, let us know. Is everything A-okay? Is the audio fine? Is the music fine? Is the music too loud? Is the music too soft? Should I go ahead and increase the volume? Should I decrease the volume? Waiting on your word before we go ahead and start with the analysis like yesterday, which we did go ahead and start without confirmation. It was a massive flop because you guys couldn't hear a word we said. Alright, so then Tiger says, hey guys, yes we can. Faraz says yes as well. So now I can go ahead and start with the introductions. Patrick says great volume, so I'm guessing the music volume is A-okay as well. Ken Kasaji is in here. Hey man, it's so good to see you, Ken. Ajesh is in here too. Wow, so we've got two seedlings in here already. Welcome, fellow seedlings. Who else is in here? Saeed. Hey, Saeed, man. Really glad to see you in here. Every single day means a lot to have your loyalty and your consistent viewership, man. Appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Tornado New England. It's good to see you in here too, man. Tales of Crypto. Hey, Janice. How's it going? Good to see you. Who else is in here? Faraz, Faruqi. How's it going, bud? Who else? Matthew in here too. Nicholas, Pablo. Oh, I read some of your questions, Nicholas. You did have a good question that I will get to in a bit. Yeah, so Kusha, anything that you wanna say before we get started?
I think you're good with the introductions. Sean goes through the entire list. Hey guys, hey this, hey that. That's awesome. I love that each and every one of you is here right now. It makes all of this so exciting.
Mambo for Life says best channel by far. Hey man, appreciate that. Really kind of you to say. Raju MN says good morning mangoes. Good morning to you, man. Waking up to $30,000 Bitcoin. It's all so freaking surreal, you know. I'm trying, like I've told you guys, right? I've said it over and over to you guys. Be price agnostic. Krisha has been saying it too.
Yes,
but believe it or not, guys, I have to constantly remind myself too to not let the numbers bother me, not let the numbers faze me, not let the numbers get me too riled up or excited, right? Because these are big numbers, man. They're surreal. But understand this, like a lot of you guys are millennials, right? The few of you guys who are not millennials and Gen Xers and boomers, those of you guys who are Gen Xers and boomers and watching crypto and watching Mango, good on you guys, because you guys are not only you guys not only took advantage of the big massive run that you guys had during your prime years, but now you guys are coming in and taking advantage of this run too. So power to all of you. But those of you who are millennials, right, or early Gen Xers, this is it, guys. This is what we've been waiting for, because around when I was around 22 years old, right, and I was talking to Krisha back then too. I was talking to Krisha's family back then too. I was like, something is not right with this world. Something's not right with this economy. It doesn't make sense. Something is wrong. I was feeling it, but I didn't have the full holistic education back then to put my finger on it, right? I was too focused on the technical side. I was deep into computer science and mathematics back then. I needed to go ahead and round up my education with the economic side of things, the management side of things, the business side of things. And when I did, the piece of the puzzle started coming together, which is why when I found Bitcoin, I was like, damn, this is it. This is what we were waiting for. And guys, you are seeing it all unfold right now. I've put in years and years and years of education on the fundamentals behind this thing. And I'm not going to sit here and try and battle people on why this is better than that, blah, blah, blah. To each its own. But you're seeing the market reflected today. $40,000 Bitcoin pretty much, guys. Krisha and I are Canadian, so we measure a lot of things based on Canadian dollars. And as of today, per Bitcoin is going for $44,000 per Canadian dollar. All right, $44,000 per Canadian dollar. That's the market telling you something, man. Just keep in mind something, guys. Before let me end off the rant with this. If Bitcoin is being considered a hedge on the market, all right, on the economy, on the world, on central banks. That's what the world's narrative is right now, that Bitcoin is a hedge against the central banks failing. And Bitcoin is going into all-time highs and 2x all-time highs as of today. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? What does that tell you about the world's economy? All right, so let's go ahead and get started now. Krisha, any thoughts on the price today?
Man, I was actually just looking at the price when you were, when you were giving them a part of your wisdom. And by the way, for those of you who are kind of new to the channel, just know one thing about Mango. We actually started off as a portal for fundamentals, blockchain fundamentals. So yes, like Sean especially, like he's got a very dense background in computer science and stuff. So he understands what's happening here in terms of the whole economic structure of Bitcoin and some of the other cryptocurrencies. Okay, and all of his years, I guess, of what's the word I'm looking for, conviction when it comes to Bitcoin is now coming to fruition. It's all paying off, Sean. But as far as price goes, okay, I was just dissecting this chart and I'm looking now. Yesterday I actually gave you guys a level, right? That was at 36,300 level, and if you notice, we actually closed a daily candle over that. So the next point, Sean, that I'm looking at, I mean, look at this chart. It's so beautiful. It's so bloody bullish. And you're just like, it's got to come down, right? That's what people are saying, at least on crypto Twitter as well as Facebook. You should see the groups. It's insane. But the next level that I actually have for Bitcoin, okay, in the near term, is coming in at 39,700. I think that's going to be the first stop before, Sean, the main level is going to come in at 43,000.
A little funny story for you guys. This morning I woke up in the middle of the night to use the washroom and I couldn't find my phone. And I'm like reaching around the bed for it. And Krisha's there, like huddled up, facing the other direction on her phone. All I see is the light glowing from her phone onto her face. And I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, Bitcoin's going, man. Because the daily I just closed, it was around 4 a.m., 5 a.m. in the morning, and she's like, Bitcoin's just going. I'm like, what? And I go find my phone, and I'm like, okay, closed about her level. And yeah, I'm this girl is like checking Bitcoin price in the middle of the night. That's how excited she is.
I mean, come on, we've all sort of waited for this bull market. And what's really cool about this is that now, guys, I'm prepared. I am prepared, and that's why I'm like super excited.
And on that note, by the way, guys, for those of you who are feeling unprepared or unprepared, what's the word? Unprepared, right? It's not too late. It's not too late to prepare to start your journey in the trading world, and keep this in mind. All right, a lot of people say, "Hey, man, I'm not a trader. I'm an investor." That always gets me because an investor and a trader are pretty much the same thing. All that dictates, or rather separates the two, is the time frame, right? The lines between a gambler an investor and a trader are all really blurred, really, when you think about it, because the difference between the two of them can really depend on, one, whether you're acting on proper information, two, whether you're acting based on time frame, and three, whether you're just randomly throwing money at the market without thinking about what you're doing, right? Because even a gambler, professional gambler, is acting based on information that he is seeing presented towards him, right? And that is pretty much a trader, or rather what a trader does too. And that is pretty much what an investor does as well. But the type of information that they are actually using might differ, and the type of time frame based on, or rather time frame that they are going to be using their information on might differ. But it's literally the same thing, guys. So don't fool yourselves. The one thing in common that all investors, traders, and gamblers should be doing is risk management. If you get that down, you can be a professional gambler, you can be a professional trader, and you can be a professional investor. Always risk manage first.
Yes, sirree.
So
suddenly when you understand that, like, people, especially when when I first started dabbling with crypto, there are a lot of naysayers, okay, because this is still not a comfortable topic with a lot of people out there, and they're like, oh, you're gambling. But when you understand, like, you really internalize the entire thing of risk, like, from the bottom of your heart and your soul, you'll understand what it is that you're doing, and you will not let that seed of doubt actually, get put into your head. So as soon as you have a grip on your risk management, you'll be able to approach your trades with a lot more confidence, and you'll just tell all the naysayers to hell with you guys.
Exactly. So Krisha, Mamba Life says, you guys are the best. I'm so excited. Can y'all talk about ZIL, VET, XLM, Link? Please, they all moved today. We'll go through all of them one by one, man. Try not to ask for like 5 coins at the same time, man, because we do have to go through other people's coins as well. But I'll try to go through a few of them. We did talk about Vechain yesterday. We'll go ahead and take a look again today. XRP, we'll look at XRP definitely, because I'm interested in seeing what it's up to ever since the entire FUD probably was a little bit oversold. XLM is interesting as well, and hey, Chainlink I do have some thoughts on, and I do want to look at Chainlink anyway, so we'll go ahead and take a look at that one as well. Just going through the comments quickly, I did want to address a question asked by one of the members, okay, no, actually you asked your question first, so let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of charts before we get to that question. Kusha, which one do you want to? You get to pick. Which one?
I actually wanted to do XLM. I think XLM had an explosive move. I don't know. For those of you who did catch it, freaking good on you guys. So
whoa.
It's SDR. Like, it was absolutely insane. I just saw tick, 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 tick last night. Okay, look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful.
I think I was charting this on the Poloniex chart. So let me go ahead and pull it up.
STR.
STR, all right. STR, USD.
So Polo actually has the most price history for XLM. So just a heads up on that. For those of you who want to pull it up, it's just that they don't use the right ticker. Not the right ticker. They just have a different sort of convention there. They're using SDR USDT. So you guys want to just keep up with us.
This is a massive move. This is a 300% move in 1 week, for sure.
It's freaking phenomenal. It's a beautiful chart.
This is my moment, by the way, to say, hey, I told you so. Because you and I... Well, rather, you said that the first target would have been around 30 cents. Yes. And I was of the opinion that if we do break past this zone over here at around 19 cents, 16 to 19 cents, right? We marked out the zone over here. We're going to be making our way into the descending triangle that XLM put in the last bull market, right? And by the way, guys, this is a strategy, or rather something to look out for your future trade opportunities when you do see a structure like this. When you do break into a previous consolidation area that broke down or broke up, you tend to go all the way deeper, like around 60 to 70% into that structure, right? So over here, if not 100% into the structure, by the way, if the move is volatile enough. So over here, we do have a move from around, where was XLM? Around 70 cents all the way down to 18 cents. So I was predicting that XLM probably, right, not certainly, nothing certain in the world, goes up deeper into this triangle over here. So I do think that we'll at least make our way to around 45 cents, Kusha, eventually, at least. So that's the probable trade for me. What are your thoughts?
I think so too. So you're looking at 45 cents, right? I'm just, yeah, I pretty much have the same thing. And honestly, if you just, so I'm currently on the weekly time frame, guys, and I've put on the Ichimoku Cloud. And Sean, we just busted right out of the cloud.
Oh,
Okay.
damn. And the cloud's
But
green.
the cloud is green. So, and we've turned green after a very, very long time on XLM. And I think this chart looks absolutely phenomenal right now. At the very least, if the volatility does have to pick up here, I think Sean's absolutely right. The next region only comes in at 45 cents. But at the very, what I'll be looking, okay, the level that I'll be looking for XLM to hold as support if we have to see continuation. Okay, now this, I'm going to be looking at this level on the daily time frame. I want to see XLM hold 30 cents as support. What are your thoughts on that, Sean? I know that the move is parabolic, but I'm saying if the volatility has to pick up here again, 30 cents at the very least.
I'm actually taking a quick look at the daily, so I don't want to give my opinion just yet. I'll be a little bit more forgiving, and I'd say 27 cents, 28 cents. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the weekly again, because that's going to be the easiest play, in my opinion. And you guys can use the Ichimoku to make your lives a lot easier. When I did start off, I did use the Ichimoku to make my life easy. And a lot of traders think that the Ichimoku is a lot more complicated, but if you really understand the Ichimoku, you'll see that it does a lot of work for you. And most people don't understand the Ichimoku. They think they do. You'll see a lot of videos out there where they're talking about, oh, this and that, blah, blah, but they're just using the Ichimoku as very, like, on the surface level, right? The real deep understanding of the Ichimoku, once you get that, you'll realize that, hey, wait a minute, it's doing a lot of the work for me. Oh, Krisha did post I'm not sure whether it's the entire sections from the seed module or whether they were snippets. I think they were snippets, or excerpts rather, of the Ichimoku, right? I did an entire module on the Ichimoku in the seed program. Krisha posted 2 of them for all of you guys on YouTube to watch as well. So please go ahead and watch those. You'll get at least a basic understanding of how to read some of this and perhaps extrapolate it on your own and understand the entire system, because the Ichimoku, by the way, is more of a system. It's a full-on system for you guys to use, not just an indicator. But yeah, going back to what I was saying before that rant, what you can look for is the top of the cloud to get defended, which is 24 cents. And I would not be surprised if we see a wick all the way down over there, Krisha, to the weekly level, which is a 30% move towards the downside, a nice buy opportunity to the 24 cent region, and then close above that daily level that you just mentioned, around 28 to 30 cents.
It's going to be bloody volatile, though, if that happens. But you know what? And speaking of volatility now, yes, can that happen? Can we actually wick all the way down there and then only to come back up and settle over 30 cents? Guys, yes, we could. Okay, now this is one thing that I'd mentioned in one of my Ethereum analysis videos. I mentioned something very specific about volatility. Now, I understand that many of you are in positions. You guys are in XLM, Vechain, other various positions right now, and they're all, actually ripping to the upside. So good on you guys. But the thing is that you need to understand that many of the charts right now, they're all extremely volatile. Okay, now these things are literally going up in one straight line on the daily timeframes. So that is a volatile move. Okay, if you just look at the daily chart, it's a volatile zone that your cryptocurrency is in. The thing is that when some of these coins actually do start taking their pullbacks, okay, it is also once again going to be volatile. Expect it to be volatile, and that's why Sean and I, we keep pushing the entire thing of risk management. Okay, so can this happen on XLM's chart? Guys, we did like a good 50% just yesterday. Okay, so yes, we could very well come all the way down to 24 only to close over 30. So these kind of moves are sort of plausible in this current market condition that we're in. So yeah, I totally see that coming, but what are your thoughts on 30 cents on the weekly time frame? Because I think that's a critical level on the weekly at the very least. I think if we close underneath 30 cents, Sean, I think you're right in that 24 is going to be the next sort of zone, but I won't be looking for a, let's say, a wick down there only for it to close over. You know what I mean?
So I don't fully understand you, Krisha. You're saying that
if we lose the 30-cent region on the next weekly close, which we close in 4 days, I'm saying that we're likely going to see continuation to the downside, getting all the way up down to 24. But it's going to be like a like a proper sort of continuation down. It's going to be a proper pullback as opposed to a wick and then it getting eaten up.
Well, okay, so I'll give you my thoughts on this. All right, if we do close underneath the 30 cents, which is likely, right? I don't want to say likely, but it's very, 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 very possible. But it doesn't change the picture at all to me. All that means is that we've essentially tested. Okay, this is how I'm looking at it, through a price action perspective, okay, and a trend analysis perspective. The fact that we had a impulsive move pushing into the top of the cloud. If you pan on over your cursor to the 23rd of July, right? Do you see that cluster over there? 23rd of July 2018, to be a little bit more specific. Yeah. Okay, you see that cluster over there. We have those weekly candle body closes along with the wick high. Kusha, we've tested that zone. That's what's happening over here. We've tested that zone. Okay, you can mark out a horizontal at around 35 cents and another horizontal at around 30 cents, which is the horizontal that you're looking at. Yeah. Right? Now, you and I do have different techniques in how we analyze the charts, but I'm telling you how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at that as a zone. If we close underneath that, it's not bad at all. To me, that doesn't mean that we're going to have a proper pullback. All that means is that, hey, we've had one impulsive leg of this trend continuation on the weekly time frame towards the upside. Okay, we've not really closed over the zone, but we've tested the zone. Now you use the Ichimoku to your advantage. Where's your buy opportunity? Well, the first obvious buy opportunity is the 25 cent mark, which is the top of the cloud. The next buy opportunity is again the flat of the Ichimoku Cloud, all right, your Kumo, at around 19 cents. This is where Krisha's point of volatility should be embedded into your risk management over here, because if you don't, you're going to get liquidated, guys. All right? This entire bull market is going to be a psychological warfare of people managing their risk. It's that simple. It's that simple. There are two things that you guys need to learn from our mistakes in the past. One, okay, manage your risk. Of course, everybody's paid the price over there, not managing risk. Two, being in a chart that is not moving and missing out on opportunity cost. Okay, now XLM is moving. Okay, so this is an opportunity for you guys to note down on your notebook and be like, this is one of the coins that's moving. Okay, don't go ahead and find coins that are not moving and try to front run and be in a asset that is just dead. Don't do that. Okay, you may fall for that narrative. Hey, it's an accumulation. Don't fall for that. Right? Okay, bit of a tangent. Let's shelve that for now. Now what I'm looking at is, hey, if this comes down to 25 cents, that's a buy opportunity, but it could very well come down to 19 cents as well, because it's already proven itself to be volatile. That's how I'm looking at it. But this doesn't mean that it's a bad thing and it's a pullback. All it means is that it's a leg down for trend continuation.
That makes sense. Healthy trend continuation. Because it'd be like super weird if everything just went up in one freaking straight line. But albeit this is crypto, anything can happen here too. As far as XLM BTC goes, guys, we're still against resistance until we close this weekly candle over resistance, and I'm looking at 878 sats. I think that Bitcoin is still very much in control, and if you just look at Bitcoin's charts, it's looking like an absolute babe right now.
Again, you guys are seeing how the cloud is doing most of the work for you. The cloud has been acting as resistance. If you're looking at STR on Binance, the top of the cloud first came in at around 1,265 Satoshi, and we used it as resistance. We used the Kijun as resistance back in 13th of July. Again, top of the cloud as resistance 23rd of November, and now top of the cloud as resistance 4th of Jan. If we close into the cloud, guys, there's a massive edge-to-edge trade opportunity all the way up to 2,643 Satoshi. That is, I think, 100% move or more. What is that? 150% move. So yeah, this is probably gonna line up, guys, with Ethereum also breaking that massive squeeze-like formation towards the upside. So let's keep an eye out for that, because that's when we get aggressive on all coins, right? Yes. For now, I'm still not as aggressive. Do you guys remember how aggressive I got on all coins in the summer, 2020 summer, right? It was because we saw the signs. We waited patiently. We didn't try to front run anything. We didn't try to catch bottoms. We wanted the more confirmed trend trading opportunity on the aggressive altcoins that were already moving, and we caught those. again, same story. We're going to be patient and wait before we get aggressive. We've got a good Cardano trade that's running, but nothing more than that, right? Ethereum, yes, but very few people consider them consider Ethereum an altcoin. I'm talking about the mid caps. I'm not in any of those just yet, right? I will start getting more aggressive on those, but not just yet. I'm in one of those. I don't want to mention which one. The seed members know which one, but yeah. For now, let's get back on over to the comments, Kusha.
Yes, sirree. And what else? XLM, let's go.
Nicholas asks the question, Kusha, that I think you could answer really well. Nicholas says, Mango Research, question. Generally, I see traders trade Alt-USDT, and I'm trying to do Alt-BTC. Is that a bad approach? I don't want to let go of my BTCs. My precious, you know. I know, buddy. I freaking know. My precious.
You Gollum.
Yeah. But, Kusha, you want to take this one?
Yes, sirree. Okay, so now this is a very good question, and everyone should be listening to this. Okay, especially getting into this bull market. And I made this mistake last time that costed me dearly. So the thing is that question now, whether you should be trading Alt-USDT or Alt against Bitcoin, it depends entirely on your priority. So it's about really sitting down with yourself and asking yourself, what is your priority? Are you here to collect USD? Okay, or are you here to collect Bitcoin? Now, the thing is that, say I come in with fresh fiat, I come in with fresh USD. Okay, I'm not going to be looking at the Bitcoin chart to really determine whether or not I want to get into an asset, because what you need to understand about the crypto space right now is that everything, almost every cryptocurrency is taking a run against USD. Okay, so for me, if I'm entering with fiat, I will be looking at the USD chart to really determine whether or not I want to enter. Okay, now if you are coming in with, say, fresh USD, and you're wondering, should I put this in Ethereum or should I put this in Bitcoin? That's when you look at the ETH-BTC chart to really determine which is the better runner here. Okay, now the thing is that why it is important to understand your priority in this sense is because it is going to, avoid a situation like this where you have to keep kind of fighting yourself. Oh, should I be trading, ETH-USD or should I be trading ETH-BTC? Because then what happens is that you're going to keep fighting yourself and you're going to keep flip-flopping out of your trades. And what that leads to a death by 1,000 cuts. And that is not something that you want to fall victim to. Because that is going to cut your positions short on many of your runners.
Exactly. And the key golden piece of nugget over there, which may or may not be helpful to you, depending on how you look at it, is what's your priority, man? Is it Bitcoin or is it USD? Because people may not care about collecting Bitcoin, and all they care is about their USD moving. And now you can kind of fragment your entire portfolio. And when you're managing risk, by the way, and this is something we always not always, it's part of the core risk management in seed too. It's a holistic approach to risk management, not just one single trade, but everything that you're doing along with your own financial portfolio and your life, right? So you got to ask yourself, okay, I already have an allocation of Bitcoin, but I also have a massive allocation of USD. Do I want this USD just sitting around doing nothing? Is that USD allocated towards my future education? Is it allocated to my children's education? Is it allocated towards a mortgage that I set it out for, or rather kept it aside for? All of that matters. So nobody can really tell you how to manage your risk. It's a very personal situation that you need to keep in mind, and then accordingly you ask yourself, okay, you know what, this USD is just sitting here and doing nothing. I don't have it allocated for anything, so it's not something that I'm really risking in terms of my education or my mortgage. So then I have to ask myself, okay, what's the Fed doing? The Fed is constantly printing more. The Fed right now is apparently set out to print 15%, or rather the money supply is going to be increasing at a 15% rate per year for the next at least 3 or 4 years. So now you're at risk of losing 15% buying power every single year, right? So now that USD is at risk on its own by sitting there and doing nothing. So now you'd ask yourself, okay, cool. This USD is going to be losing value. Do I want to allocate it to Bitcoin? Do I want to allocate it to Ethereum? Do I want to allocate it to perhaps the stock market or bonds, right? It's up to you, man. You got to allocate your risk accordingly, and that's how I look at things. Like even when I'm talking to, we have family conferences, right, where we are talking about financial planning, etc. I always remind the family, listen, this is not about allocating capital. This is about allocating risk. Okay, I keep telling everyone, we are allocating risk. We are not allocating capital. So you keep that in mind when you are making your decisions, and life will be a lot easier. Big golden nugget for you guys.
Yes, sir. This is important. This one was actually really, really important. So if you guys have any doubts on that, make sure, by the way, for those of you who are not in the Discord chat, come on out, join the Discord chat. We got some awesome people. Yesterday, quite a few of you joined in, so welcome.
Yep, and I'm seeing a lot of you guys are super nice people as well, and that's exactly the kind of people that we're trying to attract at Mango. You know, we don't give calls in here. We don't tell people, hey, buy here, sell here, and it's one of the reasons why the wrong types of people aren't attracted to Mango, and those of you who are actually looking to learn. And by the way, if you're looking to learn, keep in mind that everything that you're learning at Mango won't just apply to this bull market. It's going to apply to the bear market that inevitably will come as well, and it will apply to all other markets, forex, stock markets, etc. So this is a way of life that we teach at Mango, the stress-free way of life, the stress-free way of trading, because we realize that, hey, a lot of freaking communities out there are not doing it the way that is compatible for the lifestyle Krisha and I wanted, right? I didn't quit my freaking high-paying job just to be able to come and be a slave to the screens, right? I was a slave to the corporate world. I didn't quit that to come and become a slave to the screen. So we promote a profitable life, but also a stress-free life. But this is a journey, guys. This is a journey. Don't expect for this to come to you guys in 1 or 2 days. It's not going to be that quick.
Yes, sir. Now let's go ahead, dissect some more charts. A lot of trading wisdom was given out there. So what's the next chart? Give us more. So we had XLM was one. There was ZIL, I believe. What's ZIL?
Yes. So yeah,
let's go look at ZIL.
ZIL USDT. It's still looking good, man.
ZIL, yeah, ZIL is still looking good. Oh,
alright, so quick story on ZIL. This is all you need to look for, man. If it closes about 0.08 cents, right, 0.077 to be a little bit more accurate, it's likely going to have continuation. I'll be looking for it to test around 10 cents after that. If it takes out 10 cents, we're going to be, into a blue sky breakout, and it's going to keep going and going and going. This is probably one of the best charts in the altcoin space at the moment. This is probably one of the best charts in crypto at the moment after Bitcoin. So this is performing even better than Ethereum. So keep an eye on this one, guys. Zilka is looking freaking fantastic. Let's go ahead and look at Vechain as well. That's another one. Mamba, you seem to have a proclivity for picking good coins. So go ahead and keep asking, man. I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on the coins you're looking at. Vechain looking fantastic as well, closing about 0.22 cents, Krisha. Weekly is looking fantastic, making new all-time highs. And this looks like it wants to continue too. There is a structure over here that we could look for. Perhaps. I don't want to do it that way. But there's a cup and handle, Krisha. Do you want to take a look at it?
Yes, sirree. There's actually two. There's one like a macro cup and handle that actually did break to the upside. Yeah. Okay, the measured move for that one, by the way. Now you can see this one best, I think, on the weekly or the monthly. I'd say the weekly time frame. But anyways, the measured move of that macro cup and handle would take, well, Vechain USDT up to, can I have a drum roll, please? 4 cents.
Yep.
0.043 cents. So we still have some way to go. But now the thing about measured moves, guys, one thing about measured moves, it's not necessary that as soon as a pattern breaks, it just goes all the way up in one straight line and meets its measured move. No, of course it can have stutter stops on the way. Okay, so just be careful of that and set your expectations properly. Okay, even in terms of the timeframes that you're looking at. So there's always a time expectancy for certain trades to pan out. So make sure you have those expectations set. That way you're not, well, either chasing or you're not getting out of your profitable trades too soon.
Yep. And the last one he asked for was Chainlink. These are all good coins for all of you guys to be keeping an eye on. So let's go ahead and take a look at Chainlink as well.
Chainlink did well, eh?
Yeah, freaking finally. You guys have heard me complain and gripe about this one. So this morning I woke up, I'm like, oh, finally. But guess what, guys? Guess what? Guess where I came up and smacked up against? Keep in mind, guys, that we drew this resistance zone over here like months ago, freaking months ago, right? Between 17.20 and 16.5. So it's come up and smacked up against it. Again, the Mango dynamic has been my freaking savior, being very, very patient on this one. Krisha and I had a mini disagreement yesterday based on whether Chainlink was opportunity cost or not. And I said, hey, it's not. It's not. You just got to be more patient with this one. And I am vindicated. As you guys can see, we had a nice little move now, 40% in the last week or so. Yeah. If it does close weekly candles above the $17 to $18 zone, I'd be looking for a $20 test, perhaps even, yeah, $20 test, and then eventually to around $30, right? So Chainlink is looking fantastic, man. Really, really fantastic.
It finally broke out of its range. That's something to note. It broke out of its range. So yeah, it's actually looking really good. Sean, you have indeed been vindicated.
Well, it was very simple, man. I did the Mango way. I was looking at this monthly formation over here, and we were looking for this monthly bull flag to break about $15.60. Now, if we do close the monthly over here, Krisha, at around $15.80, above it rather, I'll be looking for this to have an explosive move, and I think people are going to be very surprised at how far Chainlink can go. But hey, people weren't listening when I said look at Ethereum on the monthly time frame, and look at how things are now. We were collecting Ethereum at around 290-ish to 300-ish, slowly and surely. Chainlink has given us that same opportunity. Doesn't need to work out the same way? No, but you take every single trade opportunity, and all you need is one of them to work out, right? If two of them work out, even freaking better. If all of them work out, that's an altcoin rally for you. But hey, we're not there just yet. Let's wait and let's be patient. Ajay says, good morning, everybody. Hey, Ajay, good morning to you as well. I'm going through the comments, Kusha. Let me know if I miss anything, okay?
Yes, sir. If we do miss anything, just, apologies. So you can just can repeat your question, no problem. Just don't spam.
Tornado New England says, Bitcoin going to hit $1 trillion market cap before it consolidates 40%. Sheesh, who knows? Yeah, man, this 40% retracement narrative thing has been, it's been out there way, everyone's talking about 40%, and they've been waiting for a 40% retracement on Bitcoin ever since $16,000, right? I'm going on over to Bitcoin right now on the monthly. I was on the monthly. I'm switching on over to the daily, and look at that. Look at what happened. Did we get the 40%? No. Now, if we get a 40%, we're not even coming down to 20,000, I believe.
Also, I just want to mention one thing, guys.
A 40% move from here, Krisha, is only $22,000. So.
But honestly, Sean, I actually think something really needs to be said here in terms of yes, a lot of people out there are saying 40%. Could we have a 40% dip? Sure. I mean, look at the volatility, right? We can. But what we need to understand is that they're getting this number from that previous bull cycle, okay, that had certain signatures to it. Now, 40% drawdowns was one of the many signatures that it had. Is it necessary that this bull cycle follows the same signature? No, it's not. What we need to understand here is that there are a lot of factors, okay, in the economic landscape that have changed. Primarily, a rate of inflation. There's a lot more money that just got pushed into the economy. Okay, so there are a lot of other factors that need to be taken into account when really thinking about these things. Because the thing is that if you hold on to 40% drawdowns and you're waiting on it, what if you don't get it?
Yep.
You're going to keep waiting, right? So it's about understanding, really, really approaching the chart, like I've been saying, kind of be price agnostic when you are approaching Bitcoin's chart right now, because that is going to pay. So be very, very careful about falling into sort of these traps and falling into these narratives that have been brought about by that last bull market, because the signature could have changed this time around.
Exactly. And things have changed. Krisha, you and I had a long discussion on that as well. We can do that on a separate Bitcoin video, but it seems like people aren't just interested in Bitcoin, even though look at it right now. So, by the way, speaking of interest, please let us know that you are enjoying these live streams by hitting that like button. That's kind of how I decide whether or not to do certain videos or not. For example, you guys are seeing that I haven't been doing Bitcoin videos recently because it's not getting enough traction, right? People seem to be interested in other things, and if you guys aren't interested, I'll just be wasting my time trying to talk about it. So if you guys are enjoying the live stream, at the very least, let us know by hitting the like button, because at the end of the month or end of the quarter, we will be making a decision as to whether or not to keep going with these live streams. Because the one thing that is of ultimate scarcity that you can never ever win back is time, right? So Krisha and I are very, very protective of our time. Very protective of our time. So let us know whether you enjoy this or not. All right, so back on over to the comments, Krisha.
Okay. Lots of good coins. Everyone's been talking about Sia coins. Is it just one person?
Saeed Haq says live streams are too valuable, and he tipped us $5. Thank you very much, Saeed. Really appreciate that. And hey, he says we appreciate your efforts. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you showing up here every single day and being a consistent viewer. So thank you very much, and thank you for also being consistently on the Discord. That those things don't go unnoticed, man. Vanya Dusan Andrija Savik. Man, I hope I got that name right. I tried. Says, you two are a lot of fun to listen. Heart. Hey, thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
CryptoKitty says, hey, CryptoKitty, good to see you in here. Going great, guys. And heart smiley. And I think that's a whisper. Kiss smiley. I think that's a flying kiss. All right, so thank you very much. Let's see, any more comments? Tan Swan Kai says, I agreed with Sean. Love to hear that. There is a little difference between traders, investors, and gamblers. Yes. Just like how there's a little difference between a crocodile and an alligator. Yeah, I'm not sure whether, I don't know much about crocodiles or alligators, but I think
they look the same to me.
Yeah, they look
one's
the same,
small,
so.
one's big.
Yeah, but he puts a question mark in there too. So yeah, yeah. But there's one thing that you're always doing as a trader, as an investor, and as a gambler. You're putting on risk. So yeah, just manage that risk, man, and you'll be successful. Let's see. Anything more?
So XRP revival. People have been talking about XRP. So we can cover XRP, Sean. Let's do it.
Let's go ahead. I have it on here on the sidebar. Nope.
Sean, please, guys, please take note of how Sean was very actively just trying to avoid XRP.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just not going to say anything. Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. I want to see, guys. Sometimes you just can't analyze something. Maybe Krisha can tell you something. Okay. I know what to do with XRP. You gotta look at the monthly. And you gotta look at it on Poloniex, I believe.
Yes, Polo. We're up against resistance. This is a point of resistance sitting at about 30 cents. And that's the thing with XRP, right? You either catch it or you don't, and it just kind of shoots up. That is XRP's signature. But albeit it did give us a couple of signs on those lower time frames. I believe it put in like this very, very large ascending triangle kind of formation on some of the lower time frames. I was kind of looking at that, but I did not take the trade on that because I'm like, okay, you know what? XRP right now is on, it's in gray area in terms of all the what's happening to it fundamentally. So I stayed away from that because I looked at that as being opportunity cost for other possible trades that I could have. But yeah, it did give us a structure. It broke to the upside. That was a nice clear break. And so I think that if we start breaking over 30 cents on XRP, that's when we could see it run more. Okay, at the next point, we'll only come in at around 48 cents.
So Krisha, how about you do a dedicated video for these guys on XRP? Because I have no opinion on the chart, to be honest.
Yeah, I can do that.
I have no opinion. I'm sorry, guys. It's just really hard for me to to analyze the chart with any conviction. The only one thing I had was this level right over here at around 15 to 17 cents, right? The structure. That's the only thing I had. Other than that, is very little I can offer. So back on over to the comments. Should I hold XLM? Please answer. I don't know, man. We don't answer those kind of questions. I don't know how much you're holding. I don't know what kind of risk you're taking. I have no idea where you entered. It's not not something we do over here, right? And we don't follow fundamentals on all coins. The only fundamentals I follow is on Bitcoin and partly Ethereum. Let's see. Back on over to the comments now over here. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything. I'm thinking BAT-BTC is so Nicholas Pablo Mulfetti says, I'm thinking BAT-BTC is having a great entry time, really low volume, but is on the bottom of the bottom. It should get lower in this bullish market and break. No, man, no. So based on what you're saying, it's like a no. All right. You're basically saying everything that we try to avoid. Okay, low volume, it's going lower and lower. Why would you want to buy that? And you don't try to buy bottoms. You just don't. Okay, I'm going to take a look at it, and maybe there's more to it than you're saying.
Brace yourself.
Yeah, this coin's sorry, apologies. It's garbage, man. It's just freaking garbage. It's just garbage. Don't get attached to fundamentals and think that the market is wrong and you're right. You might be, but do you want to take that risk, right? Everything else is moving. Just move with the market. You can make money instead of sitting and losing money, because it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter if the market is wrong and you know something about a project that nobody else knows. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because you will be right and losing money while the rest of the market will be wrong and making money. At the end of the day, who's right? The person who freaking has the money in his pockets to actually go and feed his family, right? That's all that matters. So be very careful with that.
That was a reality check there. But BAT is looking really, really, really bad, man. Very bad. In fact, if your fundamentals, people, they'll talk about fundamentals. If your fundamentals are not reflecting on the chart, just stay the hell away. In a bull market, that is the one time that your fundamentals should reflect on the chart. Hell, they should be reflecting on the chart before it even gets to you.
Yeah.
Okay, at the very least, this is extremely weak right now. So
he meant to say it shouldn't get lower. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look. But either way, man, if it's the USD chart is it's really hard to analyze this. It's not easy. Okay, look at it this way. Don't look at the fundamentals first. Chart first, fundamentals second. Period. Make your lives easy. Charts first, fundamentals second. If BAT breaks above this level over here, above 42 cents, that's an easy chart to play. Okay, until then, to me, you could look for a trade above 27 cents, maybe. Not bad, to be honest, about 27 cents. There's a trade to be had all the way back to 42 cents. But don't try to bottom fish this. There's a good move over here, to be honest. But there's easier trades.
Yeah.
We looked at Vechain. Beautiful, easy. Zilliqa, beautiful, easy. Ethereum, beautiful, easy. There are others. Cardano, you saw how fast I jumped on the Cardano trade. And one of you pointed it out to me, right? It wasn't me who found it. You guys found it. So look for those kind of trades, guys. Okay, go back to those live streams and watch those videos and find those kind of trades. Okay, so let's go back on over to the comments now. Wouter says, what a module, the best after the risk management module. Which one are you talking about, Wouter? And by the way, guys, Wouter is...
Yeah, the Ichimoku. Yes, I agree. No, I'm actually going to place Ichimoku first. I really, really like the Ichimoku one. And then risk management or trend analysis. I'm biased.
Well, the Ichimoku module is an encapsulation of the trend analysis, the support and resistance module, and the candlestick analysis module, right? That's everyone in the C program kept asking about the Ichimoku module. When's it coming out? And I kept pushing it till all the other modules were out. Why? Because of this, because you guys are seeing now how important it was to understand all these other deeper concepts of advanced trend analysis and proper order flow, institutional order flow with your support and resistance. And now the Ichimoku now that you guys understood everything else, I was able to go deeper on the Ichimoku. So
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Speaking of this, by the way, I forgot to mention yesterday's stream, but the Christmas discount has been extended for a couple more days because Sean forgot to mention it, Sean, to you guys, well, last month. So it's going to be running for a couple more days. I think okay, I don't have the discount code in the description, but I believe it's Xmas_2020 is the discount code, and it's valid for, well, the seed program as well as all the indicators. So just a heads up on that.
I didn't forget to tell them. I did tell them. It was just that I told them once, and we left on vacation. Right? It was not really my fault. But yeah, Jesus.
Got so many messages on that. So I was just like, okay, gotta extend it. A lot of people trying, and a lot of people failed to get it, unfortunately. So just a heads up on that. Getting back into the comments section.
Richard Lewis is saying. Richard Lewis sounds very familiar. Is it Inspector Crypto? No, that's Richard. No. Where's Inspector Crypto, anyways, man? I'm missing that dude.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. So.
What do you think about ETH? What do you think about ETH?
We did a video yesterday on Ethereum. I'm freaking bullish as hell, man, on Ethereum.
1200, guys. Target hit.
Target already hit though, so right now sitting up against resistance at around $1,224. Hit it to the T, actually, to the freaking T. If it breaks this, if it even closes the daily above this level, I think we're gonna go to 1400, man. Let's go ahead and look at the lower time frame, see what's going on over here. This does look like it wants to consolidate a little bit. A retest to around 11. We only got the retest to 1100. So I don't know, man.
I'm looking at a retest of that 1,150 region again. It looks like it wants to get down there. Honestly, right now I'm just looking at the 4-hour time frame. But I think what's going to be critical here, okay, in terms of really gauging whether or not Ethereum actually wants to see continuation, it's about whether or not we can actually get past this $1,200 region. If we can actually start closing 4-hour candles over that, then I'm saying we're likely going to see continuation going all the way up to that. What was the level that you had, Sean? 1400?
To be a little bit more precise, it's around 1375.
Okay, and there we go. So I'll be looking for continuation to that region next. But of course, it's going to be an if this then that. So far, right now, I believe that we're getting a pullback of sorts on the 4-hour time frame.
Sach Yadav, Krisha, asks about SXP. Do you want to cover that, or do you want to talk a little bit about Ethereum some more? Because he did ask yesterday, and we didn't get the time to do it.
No, then we can pan it over to SXP.
Yeah,
That's a good chart. We did do a dedicated video on Ethereum for those of you who are, looking at ETH. Definitely go and check that out. You'll find that on the channel.
Guys, the big win for Ethereum. All right, just to do a quick recap. I don't say I'm not too excited. I'm excited, of course, but I won't get as excited or as interested until we do break above 1400 on the weekly time frame. If we do close above there, I'll be looking to be adding to my position drastically, right? So as you guys know, we've been building a position from around 285, then added at 310. We've been adding throughout the way towards the upside. You guys who've been following know those key levels we've been adding at. We stopped building a position at around 800-ish, right? Around 790, 800-ish, we stopped building a position. I'll be now looking to build my position only above 1400-ish, right? And this is another example of how I'm okay buying higher or lower, but not at the current prices. So at these prices, I'm not looking to be a buyer. I'm looking to just wait and see what happens. So that's Ethereum. Let's go ahead and look at SXP for Yadav, who has showed up again today. Appreciate you showing up again, man. We look at SXP. So SXP, by the way, was one of my big winners on the Altcoin rally this summer. Let's take a look at what it's doing, and it's looking like crap. Yeah, no, man. No. But hey, this could turn around at any time. It's on some falling trend over here, but it's not looking good, man. Unfortunately, gotta call a spade, and the fact that it's doing garbage against a USD chart is indicative of a weak asset. And this is a coin that I made a lot of money on, so just take it from a guy who has learned how to be unbiased on coins that he's made money on. It's done something that's good in that it's closed about 70 cents. But it's not enough, man. Look at the rest of the market. Look at what the rest of the market's doing. You don't want to be in an asset that's being dumped in a bull market. It's in a downtrend on the USD chart. Don't just no. It's garbage. It's garbage. Like probably one of the worst. I'll come on and say that. Probably one of the worst coins I've seen thus far. And I did not expect to say that about SXP.
Yeah. No, this is looking extremely weak.
This is
very
so
weak here.
freaking bad. So
Like
bad.
it's gonna
So
have to
bad.
take some sort of volatile move to the upside, really taking out points of resistance and critical points of resistance at that too, for this chart to even look semi-decent.
You know what? Let's talk about this a little bit. So now let's say this actually does pump from you randomly, right? And you're not in it. You might think, oh man, I could have bought earlier, blah, blah, blah. No, do not think like that. Do not think like that. That is a recipe for disaster. Even if you do buy early and you get rewarded for it, it's you getting rewarded for bad behavior. And you don't want to build those bad habits as a trader. You do not, because you will eventually get punished so badly, and even your family will pay for those mistakes. You do not want to be building those habits. You rather buy when you see strength. Another example of I'd rather buy higher than lower, right?
Yes, sirree. Hey, Vishal is in the chat. What's up, man?
How's it going, Vishal? Good to see you in here finally. Where have you been? You've been missing all the live streams.
He's busy. He's now a
Oh
puppy daddy.
yeah, correct. He's not been sleeping. The dog's been keeping him up all night. It's good to see. Good to see you, Vishal. Good to see you. Who else do we have here? So we have Wouter, we have Ajesh, we have Vishal in here too. How many other seedlings are in here? Oh yeah, we have Tan. Tan's in here as well. Where's Robert? Robert's too busy pumping Bitcoin or dumping Bitcoin. Yeah, he's dumping Bitcoin at the moment.
Rob the
Alright.
whale.
So Krishna, I'm going to let you take over for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and get myself a glass of water. My mouth is parched.
Okie dokes. Okie dokes.
I'll be right back.
All right, XLM, give me some more charts to dissect. Although now Sean doesn't. This is connected to Sean's chart, so no, I'll be looking at a couple of requests, and I'll tell you what I'm seeing on the chart. What else? TRX. Let's go and look at TRX. I actually like some of these coins, but more so because of well, the people behind it and their ability to really pick things up when they want to. So TRX USDT, let's go and look at it on Binance. Oops, this is actually looking good. So I'm currently on that weekly time frame, and I think we had actually dissected this chart yesterday, right? I was looking at this ascending triangle. Now a lot of these other coins like Ethereum, Bitcoin as well, it all put in like these awesome bullish consolidation patterns, and I believe that XRP has something very, very similar. However, I think it is important to note that unlike the other coins that actually did break out of their ascending triangles and their bullish consolidation patterns, Tron actually did not. Okay, so that's something to note. What I'll be looking for if I want to see continuation on Tron, I'll be looking for it to break 32 cents going all the way up to, not 32, apologies, basically 0.032 cents going all the way up to 0.034. I think if we can take out that entire range, this is going to go. And I don't know, for those of you who were here in that last bull market, like Tron had some amazing gains. Like people's lives were changed overnight. At least all those who actually got into Tron during its ICO phase. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, this is going to be a very, very explosive bull market. And just by looking at the current sort of, just the amount of money that's flown into the economy just this year alone, right? I'm actually going to be anticipating something a lot more explosive than even the last time. And that's what people are not prepared for, I feel. Let's see. Scrolling through.
All right, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Hello, good sir. Theta!
Ooh,
Someone
Theta.
said Theta. What is Theta doing? Theta is always that one that starts the run.
That was
And,
that was a big clue, eh? Theta running, Zilliqa running,
Oh.
and then Cardano followed.
What a beat. What a beat.
Looking a little bit weak over here, actually seeing some sell pressure. Let's go ahead and take a look at where this could come down to. Turning on the mango ribbon, and around $1.69 would be a buy opportunity. Retest for the Tenkin 21 EMA as well as a Kijun. Definitely a possibility, and that would be a buy. Retesting the bull flag structure that we did break out of, and I'm seeing some resistance at around the $2.50 mark. That is your psychological retailer blue sky breakout resistance level, because I do believe this is at all-time highs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna find resistance at these key numbers. The weekly is looking freaking fantastic, man. Any retest of $1.45 is gonna be a tremendous buy opportunity. This is looking good. Let's look at the 3-day time frame. $1.50. Yeah.
I mean, what would you really consider weakness, right? Like when it comes to these kind of charts, the thing is that the volatility is so intense here. And the thing is that people, they like sitting through the upside volatility, but you give them a bit of downside and everyone gets so scared. So I'm looking at Theta's chart. Yes, it's taken a pullback, but I don't think it's like even the current 3-day chart that you're on, that's like an indecision candle right there. Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, even like the slightest drawdown, I would expect something like this given its upside volatility, and I still feel like it's still, you know, it's sort of that upside volatility dwarfs the pullbacks it's had. So even weakness, guys, weakness I feel is subjective depending on the current volatility on the chart.
And the time frame you're looking at as well.
Yeah.
So let's use the 3-day time frame as an example for some of you who are on the candlestick analysis module, right? For example, you guys can use this to get a idea of the psychology of the market right now. So we can look at the first 3-day candle right over here. Okay, you can see that the bulls pushed up higher. We did see some resistance, but that is to be expected at the $2.50 mark. Okay, you're seeing people take profits. Okay, cool. People took profits, but what happened right after? You're seeing buyers hold up the price at least halfway of the entire candle. What does that tell you? That price held at least half of its movement over that 3-day period. Alright, cool. So this has given you some information. Let's go ahead and see what happens on the next 3-day candle now. Let's assume that this candle hadn't happened just yet. But just looking at how this candle played out, you know the story of what happened. You know that price at one point went all the way up to around $2.37. You also know that at one point price went all the way down to $1.76. So from here you know that, hey, wait a minute, price put in a low that was lower than the previous 3-day candle. But what does the whole story tell you? It tells you that even though the sellers were able to push the price down lower than the previous 3-day candle's low, the buyers stepped in. And by the end of the 3-day candle close, they not only pushed it all the way back up to the previous 3-day candle's close, but even a slightly a bit higher, closing the candle green, showing that the bulls are showing conviction to be buying the dips, and any opportunity to buy lower than the previous days is looked at as a value opportunity on this chart, right? Now, is that enough though? No, it's not enough, because you are seeing that the buyers weren't able to push the price higher than the previous 3-day candle high, right? If we had seen that, we'd have been saying, hey, let's look for continuation. But we haven't seen that just yet. Now from here, with 2 days and 16 hours to go, right, this 3 days just started, we can now look for this 3-day candle to take out the previous 3-day candle's high, as well as the other one as well, for that conviction in your buy to look for continuation. Again, another example of how it's okay to buy higher because you have more confirmation and more conviction. And hey, those are the mango trades.
Yes, sirree. I mean, I really hope these live streams are really helping you guys, and really, you know, it helps you understand how we dissect the charts here, and how we position ourselves when it comes to certain trade setups, certain charts, right? I'm hoping that all of this sort of pays off. What about, so we just covered Ethereum. Once again, guys, those of you asking for Ethereum, we have a dedicated video that we published yesterday, so please go ahead and check that out. How about LTC, Sean? Someone's asking for LTC. This is Mr. MD.
Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and take a look at LTC.
LTC. We didn't do LTC yesterday, and I feel like Litecoin is also doing something cool.
Alright, so LTC. really easy, but you gotta be patient. Trade opportunity right over here. The fact that okay, let's start right from the start. Actually, the big trade opportunity on LTC was right over here, this monthly level that we took out at around $123, right? You can see this very clear Adam and Eve kind of formation.
Yes, sir.
Right, that we broke towards the upside. Now we've also taken out the high of the Adam and Eve, which is $146. Okay, so I'm going to go on over now to the weekly time frame, show you guys that we cleared the weekly clearly above that level, and that lined up with, I believe that was the candle leading into New Year's. Yep, it was. So if you did not take the trade right over there, which is fine, okay, let's say you wanted the extra confirmation, which is what I wanted, it was going to be on this candle here, the following candle, which took out this weekly level as well. So now we had a weekly candle that took out the monthly level at 123, followed by a weekly candle that took out the weekly level at around 141. Okay, that's confirmation for me, and the best confirmation you can get. Now the beautiful thing about this one was that you got the retest right over there at 138. I did not get that retest buy. I actually did take an LTC position, by the way, and I got my position a little bit higher at around 149ish average. Now it is looking like it wants to continue all the way up to 173. We already hit that twice, I believe, right? But I'm looking for this to break 173. It's going to take its time. I'm being patient on this one because it is a higher cap, and as long as this position is outperforming USD, I'm completely happy. I'm not looking for LTC to outperform Bitcoin. I don't think it will. If it does, that's a bonus. I don't think it will, but if it does, I'll be happy. Right over here is my next target, first target rather, of 225. However, I do believe that this could get all the way up to around 250-ish. Is that, yeah, right over here. So that's the target I'm looking for. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove all of that. So that's LTC, man. That's
nice,
LTC.
concise analysis. Good job on that one.
You're welcome. I mean, thank you. All right. So anything else on the comments?
Lots and lots of comments. This is good though. Cardano. Do you want to cover Cardano?
We did Cardano just earlier in the stream, right? Let's go ahead and take a quick look. What are your thoughts, Kusha?
I'm just pulling it up actually. Scrolling through the comments. Pulling up various charts. Cardano looking great. Of course, 33 cents. I'm actually looking for Cardano to get all the way up to 38 cents. However, I keep forgetting Bittrex is the chart to be looking at. So let's get onto that. And yes, 39 cents is going to be the next point of resistance. So if we can get over 39 cents, that's when I'll be looking for something a lot more explosive. But for now, we're very close.
So the thing about Cardano is that we've been talking about it since the beginning of this week, and we've been shooting for that 35-cent mark, right? And that was the easy trade. That was the easiest trade right over here when we were consolidating against that 22-cent region. We talked about how we were looking for that bullish consolidation, that 4-hour ascending triangle against that level. We got precisely that. We took the trade, and now it's hit our target already at around 35 cents. From here onwards, the trade becomes a little bit more difficult, right? The easier trades, the mango trade, was done. Now you either wait for the pullback, right? Or you wait for candle closes above 37 cents. It's as simple as that. Okay, so the easy Cardano trade is over, kind of like how the easy Ethereum trade is over. Now you got to wait for the next trade.
Yes, sir.
There's a good comment over here that I don't think I'll be able to answer entirely, by Marissa Sealer. She says, can you speak a little bit more about good versus bad risk management philosophy? Thinking about scalping ETH for ADA dot. I know I'm cutting off a runner, but it is for another high runner. What's good/bad risk? Okay, so that's a good question that there's no way we can answer over here, not on this live stream at the very least. It took me 5.5 hours of content just to cover the risk management module for the seed members, and I still don't think I was able to get everything I wanted to talk about. Like, I had to really plan and decide what I wanted to talk about and what not to talk about. It took me 5.5 hours, man. So I can speak a little bit on what you asked. If you have a winner already, try and use that to your advantage, not just based on your profits being able to come back on you a little bit for the trend to run, but also psychologically, right? Once you sell your Ethereum position, right, those profits put into DOT or ADA, whatever you're looking at, suddenly become a brand new trade, right? That's what it is. Even though you'll tell yourself that, hey, I'm running with profits, it's a brand new trade, and any pullback becomes a lot harder to sit through. Okay, that's through a psychological perspective. But then again, what do you even mean by I'm scalping? I'm thinking about scalping. That word seems a little bit more like random. Do you mean you're taking a little bit of your profits and putting it into ADA and DOT? Is that what you mean? If you're doing that, then yeah, sure, that's up to you. But based on the other part of your question, what's good/bad risk? Risk is risk, right? Bad risk is you risking ruin. That's bad risk. If you're ever put in a position or putting yourself in a position where you risk ruin, where your portfolio goes to zero, that's bad risk. If you're ever putting yourself in a position where you're only looking at, like how Krisha mentioned at the beginning of the video, upside volatility, and you're not considering downside volatility at all, that's bad risk, right? So let's go ahead and look at, she was talking about STR, for example, right? So let's look at STR quickly, right? This is something that we should touch on for everybody. We've just seen how STR just pumped what? 150% in 1 week. Let's go ahead and look at the daily candles. What's the volatility over here? Each candle is moving. The first candle moved 23%. All right, cool. The next candle moved 30%. Okay, you're seeing volatility go up each time. The next one moved 70%. All right, cool. So great, right? You can make a lot of money towards the upside. Let's go ahead and put on a 5x leverage trade on STR, because there's so much money to be made. I want to make 5 times the amount. I want to get. I don't want just a nice 84% move or 100% move. I want 500% move. I want to take that 100% move and I want to 5x it. What people don't realize is that when you're 5x leveraging and you want the upside win, you got to also understand that the downside move is going to hurt you just as bad. So when you're seeing a candle that has a 20% move towards the upside, know that if you get the equivalent move towards the downside, all it takes is a 5x leverage to get liquidated. A 5x leverage will liquidate you on a downside 20% move. Period. Right? So you cannot have that kind of leverage. So really manage your leverage. I don't even want to, like, one of the things that Jojo recently, she said to one of the other members in Seed, and I was supposed to commend her on that, but I was in the middle of something. She said leverage shouldn't even matter to you, especially if you're using the risk management techniques. Your leverage number should not matter to you. That's just a consequence of everything else that you do, or your position sizing, and that number shouldn't be the first thing you think of. People first think, oh, I'm going to 10x leverage, oh, I'm going to 5x leverage, and they'll show off to their friends, hey man, I have a 10x leverage position on so and so trade. What does that even mean, man? That shows that when someone says that to me, I look at that as immaturity. That shows me an amateur trader, and I shouldn't really pay too much heed to that person. So your leverage should be a consequence of your risk management and not the other way around. Don't let your leverage manage your risk. You manage your leverage, all right, with your risk. So I hope that helps. Right. Again, I could talk about risk for freaking 10 hours, man. 10 hours. My entire approach to the markets is risk first. Everything rests on my risk management. Every single thing.
And it should be everyone's sort of number one sort of thing. If there's anything that, we implore people to learn, people at least looking to trade, seriously, it is risk management first. Risk management always. So let's get into one of the charts. Now, Osama Ovik says Neo. Now, Neo is one that a lot of people have
Hold up.
about.
Let me interrupt you because I'm going to miss this question. Otherwise, Vishal says, copying a question again because he clearly asked before. And hey, I do want to give Vishal priority. He's my main man. Sean, talk us through your mentality with missed opportunities. All right. So, missed opportunities. This one's really easy, Vishal. Really easy. Remember this sentence. The market has unlimited, and an abundance of opportunity that will always throw your way. You can never ever miss an opportunity. Okay, miss opportunity is not a thing. Just fully fathom that and understand that, because there's always an opportunity elsewhere. Even on the chart that you missed an opportunity on, there's an opportunity based on that opportunity. Let's say you had a massive volatile move towards the upside. Well, there could be an opportunity in that, hey, it broke a key level, now the trade becomes easier, right? Kind of like here, STR, right? If it did break past this level over here, 35 cents, there was an opportunity now to take a trade from 35 to 45. Or there could be an opportunity towards the downside that you could be taking a short trade, right? Let's say Bitcoin goes from $3,000 to $20,000 and you miss the entire run. Well, now you're capital rich, right? You're sitting there with all this capital and thinking, this just went through a parabolic move. Maybe if I see the right signs, right? And we talked about the right signs on Bitcoin. We got the right signs on Bitcoin when we put in that $17,200 rejection in 2017, right over here, right? This was a key pivot point for this bull market too, right? Well, that was your opportunity to start taking bearish moves all the way through this entire bear market and collect a shit ton of Bitcoin. You can never miss opportunity, man. Never, ever, right? Once you understand that, you don't feel that FOMO. You do not feel that FOMO, because there's always, because of that opportunity you miss, there's a resultant equal opportunity elsewhere. So don't feel FOMO, ever.
But I think it should be said that if you feel, okay, like you've missed an opportunity, especially if something that, you've been meaning to get into runs away from you, a trade, what Sean says now applies like sort of doubly, like, check yourself in that instance and understand that, okay, you know what, I missed it. Okay, no problem. There'll be more opportunity down the line. But if you hang on to it for too long and you sort of, you kind of beat yourself up over that missed opportunity, you'll miss everything else that comes after.
Exactly.
And then you'll try and revenge trade, and then, you get into bad trades. So if you miss something, no problem. Take a step back, and wait on the next one. But don't don't hang on to it for too long. Move on, essentially.
And again, as long as you have capital to play. Okay, Vishal, you're in the C program, you know how we emphasize on protecting your soldiers, right? You know how much, how important that is. As a general to your soldiers, you need to always protect your soldiers. How could you have missed opportunity? Because your soldiers are still there with you. You can attack whenever you want to, right? Even if a market is going sideways, you can, like, I know I haven't taught all of that just yet to you guys, but you could use options trading to even take advantage of a sideways market. There is always opportunity. As long as you have capital, you haven't missed anything. The real missed opportunity is when you throw money into a FOMO trade and you lose your soldiers. Now you're sitting there without any capital and you can't do anything when the next opportunity really shows itself.
Yeah.
Wouter, another seedling, asking for a chart to be analyzed. Krisha, I'm going to let you take these two. XTZ is something that we haven't looked at in a while.
XTZ, that's right. What is XTZ up to? Oops. I don't know.
Looks
XTZ
like garbage.
The best. It's not looking good. Okay, but I'll say this. I feel like I'm hanging on to threads here, though. But anyways, the point of resistance I'm looking for XTZ to take out, if we have to have any move whatsoever, is going to be coming in at $2.55. I think if we can start living over that on the weekly time frame, we could potentially see another sort of move to the upside, possibly going all the way up to $3-ish, give or take. But nah, the chart, like, at one point, this was last summer 2020, XTZ and Chainlink were kind of in that same sort of structure, and they were both looking extremely good. But it's just like Chainlink actually managed to maintain its overall bullish structure, while XTZ just looks
fell
like
apart.
absolute
Yeah,
trash.
XTZ
Like,
fell apart.
yeah,
That's when it
XTZ
started
looks
looking like
really
trash. Yeah. And again, this is one of those things where technical analysis really allows you to stay away from missed opportunity, because if you're pure TA and your TA first, fundamentals second, you identify these things, right? Krisha and I were excited about XTZ at one point too, and then at one point it just started underperforming, and the charts are telling you what is probably going on in the backgrounds that you will never ever find out, right? Through a fundamental perspective, you don't know what's going on, but the charts are telling you because the price reflects what's going on, and you just realize that, hey, this is not performing. I'm out. I'm not going to stick and waste my opportunity cost on this chart, and I'm so glad we didn't, because look at this. It's just been a waste.
Not been the best.
So Walter says, just a bias check. Hey man, that's what we are here for. Oh, by the way, I need to paste all of if someone could do it, Vishal, if you could go on over to the Telegram and copy paste the entire segment that I posted to you guys, copy paste it on over to Discord for the new seed members in terms of the bias check, the entire paragraph. I'll go ahead and do it anyways after the stream if I do remember, but usually these streams really tire me out and I need a break. But in case I forget, please let the new seedlings know about that little program we have going on. Would you like to check Ren USDT, Krisha? Ren?
Ren.
Ooh, not bad. Not bad.
Oh, wow. This actually looks really good. It's a bull flag. We have a nice, beautiful bull flag on the weekly time frame.
Oh, this looks fantastic on the weekly.
This looks absolutely amazing. Good freaking find.
I'm gonna save this one.
Fine. Yeah. Same here. This actually, I think we have a break-ish. Let me just go and confirm that. Yes. Yeah, this looks extremely good. So Ren, is there any other chart? So I'm currently on Ren USDT on Binance. Is there any other chart with more price history to it? Let me know in the comments. But Ren actually looks very good. Now this, guys, is an example of a nice bullish chart. Very neat.
Let's look at the Bitcoin pairing. Let's see what's going on there.
The measured move though for the for this breakout is coming in at 62 cents. If any of you guys are interested in, well, this trade setup. So I think 62 cents, but I want to see what it's doing on its levels. Damn, it's looking good.
I got so trashed against Bitcoin. Jeez.
But everything is getting trashed against Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin move. It's pretty freaking relentless in its move.
So Ren starts closing above 1,557 Satoshi. That's going to be really... That's going to be information for us, because you can see that level over there has been respected as sell opportunities for all the Ren holders, right? Right over here, I'm going to mark out the key junctures that dictated that level. And as soon as we came to retest that, that was information. So once we flip that level, if we get that SNR flip over here, if this turns from resistance to support, I'll be looking for this to have a massive move, man. Massive move. So yeah, this is going to be a chart to be keeping an eye on.
The USD actually looks phenomenal. Yeah.
I'm going to add an alert on this one.
Jordan Voorhees says, thoughts on Vechain?
We call it Vechain,
Thanks
man,
for the
already.
support, Jordan.
Oh.
Did we already cover?
Yeah.
We covered, did we cover, okay, we covered Cardano, Zill. Yeah, actually, no, we did cover Vechain.
I can take a quick look at it for you guys. Again, since you did tip. So thank you for the tip. I just think that it's like this is one of those psychological things, right? When someone gives you something, you just have to give something back, right? Studies have been done on this where apparently
Uh-oh, Sean, I think we lost you. Did we lose you?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello.
Let us know in the chat if you can hear Sean.
Krisha, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they should be able to hear me. But yeah, going back to what we were talking about, Vechain. This chart looks fantastic, man. It's one of the better looking charts. And if we do close weekly candles above this level right over here at 0.026 Satoshi, it's already looking fantastic. We talked about how it's likely going to make its way up to around 3.5 cents per share, or was it 4 cents? Right? There's a cup and handle formation that broke towards the upside right over here. Right? I don't know how you're looking at this.
I'm looking at 3 cents, but for us to actually really get a confirmation on that, I want to see Vechain actually start closing some of those, hourly and 4-hour candles over that. Okay, now because it's all like in like tiny decimals, 0.031 cents. If we start closing over that, then I'm saying 0.035.
It's made an all-time high on the Binance chart at the very least.
But it looks really good though. It's a good chart to be playing.
Is there another chart that we could look at? Bittrex or... Nope, it's just Binance. Seems like...
I mean, the current trend is pretty aggressive though, right? So even if you're looking to dissect this one, at least on the lower time frames, Binance is... it's got the volume too.
So Tan Swan Kai says, can you two explain how you both intend to ride these altcoin season waves and your exit strategies and major trend signs to look out for when altcoin season could be ending? So that is a little bit more difficult to answer, man. I'll basically be telling you guys as it unfolds, especially since you're on the seed program, man. Look for things that I do post in the seed plays. Another thing that you could look for, man, since you joined the seed program a little bit later, go ahead and look at the historical charts that we did post on and on the seed plays section over there, because I was trading the altcoins aggressively during the altcoin rally, and we got in on the meat of the move, right? We didn't catch the bottom, we didn't catch the top, we got in the meat of the move. We kind of caught the top, but that was luck, right? I was kind of seeing the signs I was getting the sense, the feeling, the instinct, because the more you trade these markets, the more you get the instinct. But there were signs too, and we kind of caught the top, but that was luck. That was pure luck. And again, the same thing again, man. When I do see the signs, I'll be letting you guys know. I'll be letting you guys know my thoughts on video, and it's a lot easier for me to post charts in that channel as well. So when I do wake up in the morning and I see opportunity, I will go ahead and do it if I've not been able to tell you guys on video. So for example, the Cardano trade, right? Because I was able to tell you guys on video leading into the trade, I didn't see the need to go ahead and post it on the channel. But there are other trades that I will see and I'll post over there. So when I do see the signs, I'll post it. But for trend signs to look out for, the one thing I can touch on is the Bitcoin dominance chart, right? That's one thing that's very, very obvious. And the big clue for us to start looking to get into alts was this rejection over here, right? I know some people may not like to look at the Bitcoin dominance chart at all. They'll be like, hey man, you can't do TA on this. And I disagree, right? This is actually it's a derivative of what's going on the Bitcoin chart as well as the altcoin market cap. And when you're seeing something like this, what is it telling you? It's telling you that, hey, money is flowing from one asset to the other, or profits are being taken from one asset or the other one, right? And this was telling us that, hey, maybe altcoins might begin to start moving. So you want to look at this. What exactly you're looking for is this trend to have its down legs, and you want to be part of altcoins during those down legs, or you want this trend to start trending towards the downside, which is not doing at the moment, man, right? If you're noticing right here, we're putting in higher highs and higher lows at the moment. We haven't set in a higher low just yet, but if we do put in a higher low, we then want to look for either a lower high or continuation towards the upside. If we see continuation and take out this high, you don't want to be in altcoins. Okay? At the moment too, Krisha and I are primarily Bitcoin, right? Majorly so, like 90% and we are happy with that until we see the right signs.
Yeah, and you guys are going to be the first ones to know. Now, I mean, and honestly, we've been dissecting all of these charts, right? All of your requests. We've also been looking at it on the Bitcoin pairing. And you guys can see these Bitcoin charts, they're not looking good. A lot of them, yes, they've taken their respective pumps, but they're all still up against resistance. And until we clear some critical points of resistance, I will not be trading in my Bitcoin for any of these altcoins. There is no way in hell. Like, it has to be like an affirmative, like a confirmation that this XYZ coin is about to start trending against Bitcoin.
Yep, exactly.
I'm willing to miss the bottom. I don't care about catching the bottom on that regard. But I'm not willing to lose my Bitcoin.
Exactly. That's so well said, Krisha. That's one of the reasons why we were so okay letting some of the alts run without us and then get in on the more confirmed trades, because we were very protective of our Bitcoin going into. That's the macro thesis that we had, right? That was our macro fundamental goal for this year, or rather last year. And it paid off. It paid off. We were protective of our Bitcoin. And look at this now. The charts are telling you that Bitcoin was king.
Yeah.
So Avi is in here. Good to see you in here, Avi. He's saying
I was just
amazing.
about to say it. Yeah, I just noticed him.
Yeah. Amazing to tune in live. Leave your likes on the videos, guys. Yes, guys, please leave your likes. 280 of you here and only 120 likes. Come on, show us some love. Let us know if you're enjoying the live streams. Then more comments coming in from Ollie. Ollie, good to see you in here as well. Can we look
Yes, sir.
Abdullah says, can we look at Vechain BTC? We've already looked at it, man, a couple of times already. So please go ahead and do a rewind. Link. Revive asked for Chainlink. We've covered Link as well. Taking
What
a sip
else?
of water.
Let's do Neo, actually. Quite a few people have asked for Neo.
Akash over here asks for STX, but since he spammed, I am definitely not going to be covering STX. So that one is out off the options. So you guys can all blame Akash for us not covering STX. We can look at Neo now, Krishan.
Neo is meh.
If you close about $24, this one is likely going to make its way up to around $30.
Yeah.
If you close about
Around
$30, we are likely going to make our way to $40. So that's the easy trade on Neo. For now, though, more patience would be the better option, because there are cleaner trades to be looking at.
Yes.
Like Cardano, like even Ren, like Ethereum, like Bitcoin, right? Those are the easier trades.
Now, I know that many of you, because some of these coins that Sean just mentioned, they've all already had some of their volatile moves to the upside. And I understand that, you look at those moves, you're like, oh no, you're kind of averse to getting into something that's already pumped. But what you need to understand now, getting into the next bull market, is that, the direction to least resistance for all of these coins, like Cardano, what else, Ethereum, what else pumped just now, XLM, the direction to least resistance is to the upside.
Yeah.
Okay, so the probability of you actually catching a profitable trade to the upside suddenly increases. Yeah, it's a lot harder because you're like, oh, but let's say Cardano was sitting at, half the price just about a month ago, and now I have to buy it, a lot more expensive than when I first caught it. Get that out of your head. All right. Now, when you're getting into these trades, when you're looking at these various trade setups, approach it like it is a brand new trade.
Yep.
Completely new. All right. Reset the numbers in your head. If you have to step away, go for a walk, do that. But reset all the numbers and get out of that mindset. Do not revenge trade any of this. Do not try and make up for any profits you've lost. Do not try and make up for anything. Every trade is a new trade. There have been a lot of times where I have been kicked out of my trades, okay, because, my system went off and it said, hey, Krisha, you're invalidated. So I get out of my trade only for the trade to move back into the direction that I first intended to take the position on. Now, when that happens, guys, believe it or not, a lot of times I actually get back into the trade, but the only difference is that I approach that trade as if it is brand new. I do not try and take any of my previous biases and plot it on my current trade setup.
Yep, exactly.
So hit the refresh button. Always hit that refresh button.
So, Krisha, Obina asked for RSR. I really like the name, so I had to oblige. I like the name Obina, not RSR. RSR sounds weird.
I was about to ask. I'm like,
yeah. But yeah, it's not looking bad, man. It's broken out into all-time highs. Anywhere, it's already retested those major levels at around 0.028 cents. Actually, I'm looking at the daily at the moment, Krisha. So it looks like it wants to have a pullback, but it's not looking bad. A retest of around 0.32 cents is likely going to be a buy opportunity. Let's look at the weekly chart. Weekly looks pretty good too. This looks like it's on a weekly uptrend. Is there more history on this, man? RSR. Let me look at USD. OKEX. Let's check out OKEX. Maybe it has more history there. Oh, this is reserve rights. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, this coin has some hype behind it too. I know a few people who got into the ICO on this one. Yeah, this is looking good, man. This is a good coin. This chart looks good. Let's look at RSR on UOB. I think it has more price history there, right? If I remember correctly. UOB right over here. Yeah, there we go. Oh man, this Krisha, look at it on UOB. This is actually fantastic. It's a really good chart. So guys, this is the kind of chart you want to be looking at. Okay, you guys may hear a lot of hype on Neo and all these other coins like TRX that have a lot of bag holders from the previous bull market, but this is what you guys want to look at. This looks fantastic. Look at the weekly chart on UOB, Krisha. This looks fantastic. I'm gonna save this one, man. There you go, Obina. You caught a good one, buddy. You caught a good one. Yeah, this looks really good, man.
That's very good. Damn. That's a strong trend.
Are you ready, isn't he? How are you doing, buddy? How are you doing? He's asking for Nano BTC. Let's go ahead and look at Nano. Apparently Nano has been on a run, eh? Let's go. So I know, not really actually. It's not. Oh, actually 150% pump. So we know a guy who caught a good, I think 600x on Nano. It was known as XRB back in the day, and this is the power of altcoins. He was able to, I think, turn around $500 to $1,000 to around freaking 14 million at the end of the 2017 bull market, which is huge. I'm not going to take any names over here, but yeah, a Nano was one of his big freaking wins, like 600x, guys, 600x. Yeah, Ollie says, wow, nice chart. Cheers, man. I think he's talking about RSR. It is a beautiful chart. Thank you for that, buddy. Thank you for that, Obina, join us on the Discord chat, man, if you're not there yet. All of you, by the way, not just Obina, because he found us a good chat. William, good to see you in here, man. Good to see you in here, bud. Hey, don't dwell on that one ETH loss, buddy. We talked about it yesterday. Hold on to it long enough to learn from it and move on. Right? Yeah, I reset. He says I reset all my drawings. Brilliant. Exactly. Hit the refresh button like Krisha said.
Yes, always.
So yeah, let's go ahead and look at Nano. So let's look at Nano on the USD chart to be fair. Okay, to be fair to it. Okay, can't compare to the massive. Oof. So I'm looking at it on Binance, Krisha, on the weekly chart, and this thing has just broken through all levels. Not sure what's going on over here on this one. People are probably remembering its bullish moves from the previous market. This is fantastic. This is actually looking really good. This opportunity over here at $1.37, if you guys caught that was a buy. That was a flat out buy without thinking about. You blindly buy that. If it doesn't work out, sure, just get out of your trade. But these kind of high probable trades are the ones you take. These are the mango trades. Okay, so what happened over here? You had this nice structure, okay, against this clear resistance for what? A year-long resistance, maybe a little bit longer. We blew past it by creating higher highs along the way, right? We blew past that resistance, go up to the next resistance level, find resistance. That's a gift for you guys, because then you wait patiently. Boom, retest the support that was flipped from support, or flipped from resistance into support. Got the support that you'd be looking for, and blew past the next resistance too. Then, like, that was such a beautiful trade if you guys took it. And yeah, now from here, blue sky breakout, man, already at $4.30 new high, Krisha. Wow,
this is a phenomenal chart, actually.
Is there more price history on this one too? I don't want to make the mistake we made last time. KuCoin, UOB, I don't know. This just seems like there should be more. Okay, there you go. KuCoin has more price history. So yeah, there's resistance right over here at 350, and then after that we have resistance at around $9. Oh, I would say, yeah.
Currently at resistance, if you're looking at the weekly.
Yeah, I am. It's sitting at around 350, 380-ish resistance.
Yeah. But no, you're right in that. That was a brilliant buy. Anyone who caught that one, that was too neat. That was a very mango trade. But the thing is that But people, in hindsight, like everything looks super, super perfect, right? But now this is where really planning for your trades actually comes into focus, because if you're ready for a trade like that,
Yeah.
right?
You gotta be ready.
When price comes down, when everything looks green, everything is beautiful. But when it's nice and red, right, and it's at that support, there's a lot of fear that's on people's chests, and even getting into that trade suddenly becomes very, very hard. But that's where having a trade plan comes into play. That's what's actually going to get you into the trade.
Exactly. You gotta be ready for it and mentally ready for it too, because
Gotta be ready. That's right.
all right, so we'll take a few questions before we wrap up. It's almost been 2 hours now that we've been at this. Let's see, H bar. Let's go ahead and take a look at H bar quickly. Oh, this is Hedera. I guess the US dollar.
Hashgraph. This had a lot of hype, during its ICO phase and stuff.
Just going sideways, man. So, yeah, this had a lot of hype. If this breaks over 0.05 cents, that's the trade you're looking for. Until then, there's nothing. I'll tell you downside targets. If this breaks 0.03 cents, 0.02 cents, we'd be looking at around 0.023 after that. So this is it. Yeah, that's the weekly. You can look at the monthly
got
too.
Annihilated against Bitcoin.
You could look for a monthly candle close above 0.004. This is not the chart I'd be looking to be in personally, but hey, that's just me. Let's go ahead and look at a few more. We looked at Band yesterday, man. Trying to be fair to everybody and get as many different coins as possible. Revive asked for BAT. We looked at BAT earlier in the stream, man. Looks like crap. If I traded AUD to BUSD and BUSD to ADA, if I said what? Why are you trading so many currencies? They're talking about the Australian dollar to Binance USD, and then I don't understand what you're asking. Been watching a lot of your videos and mostly in USDT, so it does question before I swap over. Well, you should be trading just US. Why are you confusing things? Why are you confusing things for yourself? You don't need to be doing what you're doing. So what you're doing should not have an answer, because you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. Energy, please. Is that a coin? Tommy Kiao? Let's go ahead and look at energy. It is a coin on KuCoin. It's on Uniswap as well. Is that it? Let's go ahead and look at KuCoin. There's not enough price history for me to say much, man. On the daily, I guess I could look at the daily. I don't know. I don't have a strong opinion on this one. If it starts an uptrend over here, then maybe. If it starts an uptrend, you wanted to start like actually doing something like this, but they're easier to concentrate. How about this? If it breaks above $12, which is a long ways away, I get it. Right? No, not my kind of chart is what I'll say. Not my kind of chart. Too choppy.
Yeah, a better place to be had. Better place to be had.
You can't buy ADA with AUD, Emmanuel says, so I swap in Binance. Yeah, so then you have to take whatever fees that come with the currency conversion, man. We have to do that all the time when we are converting our Canadian dollars to US dollars. You just eat those costs, and it is what it is. You trade it to the currency you have to trade with, and you have to make that much sure that your profits are that much higher, right? That's all you have to do. All right, so I'm gonna wrap up over here. I'm gonna say a quick thank yous to Vishal, to Ollie, and Wouter, especially Wouter, for being here over the past couple of days and helping out with the spam. Really appreciated, Wouter, if you're still here.
Thank you, Wouter.
And to the other seedlings, Tan, Swan, especially. Hey, Tan actually asked a couple of questions. I want to make sure I got all of them. I want to make sure I got all the seedling questions. So seedlings, if you guys have asked any questions, please go ahead and ask them again. If I missed them, rather, copy paste them. Let's see. Can you two explain how you intend? Okay, I answered that one. I think he asked one more. Damn, I can't go any higher. No, I can't go any higher.
Yeah, no. Like
Jesus.
I tried.
I'll have to wake up earlier for the live stream. It's 8 a.m. in the UK. Amir, really, man? You have to wake up earlier than 8 a.m.? That's... Kusha and I wake up at like around 4 to 5 a.m. every day. So you can do better.
Sean wakes up at 4:35. I wake up at 6, Amir. I need my good night's sleep.
Alright, so Ozka says, what do you recommend buying now? I recommend that you buy nothing. I recommend nothing. I don't. I have no idea what to say to you. So, Reddy says almost 140 likes. Yeah, let's try to get that to 140, guys. 138 likes, 2 more likes. And we have 240 viewers. So, it would be good to have a 50% like to viewer ratio at the very least. But with that being said, okay, alright, man. Alright, I'll do it. CHZ.
It's just like that. I'm like, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it?
Whoa, no, man. This is... Don't. Okay, at least on Bitfinex, don't touch this. Okay, let's see. Is it on any other coin? No. Binance? Chili's. Alright, this is Chili's.
Chili's, yeah.
Yeah, I remember covering this a couple of days ago. Is it on Binance, though? Yeah, right over here. Alright.
It's not bad. As long as it holds, what is this? 0.019. I think
yeah,
this could see upside continuation, but it needs to hold that level. This seems to be a relatively new coin.
So this is what I'll be looking for, man. I'll be looking for it to take out this high over here, and I'll be looking to buy a retest of 0.024. Alright, it could come deeper, but in the bull market, you need to understand that as long as you're maintaining the higher lows, you're fine. So that's how I'd be trading this, because it'd be the middle of the range as well. Right?
Yeah.
That'd be the easier trade, but it could come lower, right? It's a really volatile chart. Like if you think about it, over the past 3 weeks, it's pushed up 150%. So remember, just have your wits about you if you're trading this for whatever fundamental reason, because it looks like I don't know. This has been around since September 2019. Krisha, I've not heard of this coin. Somebody mentioned it in one of the groups I'm in, so it does sound very familiar. But yeah, that's how you trade it, man. Just ride the uptrend on the weekly time frame. Be okay with it coming down. Not too bad, but not the best either, right? If it starts, okay, it has a chance of putting in a bull flag over here, Krisha.
Mm-hmm.
In this on this weekly candle, if this weekly candle closes at around 0.024, suddenly this looks a lot better. It's not done it just yet, but we have a few days before this weekly candle closes. So this is what you're looking for, bud. If we close about 0.023-ish going into this weekly candle, then things are going to look good. Emmanuel says, thank you. Hey, you're welcome, buddy. You are very, very welcome. Thank you for the tip. All right. So with that, Kusha, we're going to wrap up really quickly by taking a look at what Bitcoin's doing.
Yes,
Bitcoin
sir.
is the king, and making me... there it is. There it is again. Once again, pushing down and getting bought back up. Right? Just shaking everyone out. Over and over again.
It's like, well, everyone's eyes are on, well, the altcoins. Bitcoin is just like, yeah, let me show you what a bull market looks like.
Exactly. Yeah. So, Bitcoin again, looking fantastic. I think it's going to make... So, Krisha, remember how I said we are going to keep it simple? 30,000 was our first target for, rather, first range, 30,000 to 35. Once we broke 35, we're looking at around 40k. I still think that we're going to be making our way to around $40,000. Around there, right? Perhaps 39, 38-ish, because things could get front run. But that's the next target I'm looking for.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
All right, so we can take a quick look at Ethereum as well. Ethereum looking good too. Getting bought back up.
Yep.
If Ethereum starts closing, let me just get this in scale, guys. Apologies. Ethereum starts closing even 4-hour candles about 1,230. I think it's going to be making that push to around 1,350-ish.
The structures are intact right now, as far as those high MCAP coins go. Ethereum, Bitcoin specifically, sorry. But yeah, as far as those uptrends are intact, this still has some more way to go. I'll be looking for dips to be bought back up.
Yep. I guess you all is not bullish on Digibyte. I don't know, man. Let's look at Digibyte. DGB.
It looks good. I just looked at it. It actually looks good.
Yeah, this doesn't look too bad, actually. There's got to be a chart with more history. I think Digibyte was straight on Poloniex, so it has to be on Poloniex. DGB USDT.
Check it out on Bittrex. So I pulled it up on Bittrex and it looks pretty decent there. DGB USD on Bittrex on the weekly time frame. I believe we did break out of a falling wedge. We broke into the upside, and I think that this is likely going to make its way all the way up to 4 cents at the very least. That's what I'll be looking for. Not just that, so we broke out of a pattern. That falling wedge was a bullish break. In addition to that, we managed to close over the point of, well, resistance, then now turn support, sitting at around 3 cents. And as you can see, like this candle, we dipped back down on the weekly only, and I feel like we may actually just close over that 3 cent region once again. If we do that, then I'm looking for continuation for Digibyte, but it looks pretty good.
All right. So I'm looking at support at around 0.025. The way I got that was simply by marking out the mid of the range between 0.038 as a resistance and around 0.016. I see where you're getting 0.3 from, Krisha, and yes, that is a level 2. So the fact that it looks like we are closing above both of our levels, right, on this weekly candle, about 0.026-ish and 0.03-ish. This is looking good, like Krisha mentioned. If we do break about 0.036, we're likely going to see continuation. Any retest of 0.032 to 0.036 is going to be a buy opportunity, in my opinion. If we do, you could get an early position right over here, actually. If we do close the week here, right? Early if we close the week, right? So 3 days, 16 hours. Got to maintain that 0.03 level. If not, there'd be a better buy opportunity at around 0.036. Do we get for sure? Who knows? But one step at a time. All right, so Krisha, with that, I think we can wrap up now. It's been 2 hours and 2 minutes. Any final words?
No, none from me. We will see you guys tomorrow, of course. We're going to be keeping up the live streams because, well, all of you guys enjoyed. But let us know, though, because, well, the week hasn't ended and we'll be tallying up all the likes on the video. That way we can really gauge whether or not, you know, you guys are liking it, you guys are staying for it. So definitely hit that like button. That will help us know how many of you really dig these live streams.
And hey, thank you for showing up, Reddy. Yes, we got to 150 likes. I'm hoping that you show up on every live stream. Great to have you on the Discord channel as well. So again, guys, go ahead and join the Discord. We'll continue the conversation in there. Of course, Krisha and I will be taking a break for a few minutes just to catch our breath and get away from the screens for a bit. But yeah, we're always talking in there. We have a great community of really helpful people in there. And yeah, this is going to be an exciting market, and we're excited to go through this entire bull journey with you guys. So again,
yes,
Krisha, with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn up the music, and we'll talk to them on the chat for now before we end the stream.
Yes, sir.
All right,
guys.
With that, trade the mango way, trade the stress-free way. Ciao.
Ciao, guys.
never wanna fight. I want someone who would sing where you were. Now your melodies calling my name. It's a similar sensation, similar sensation. Now your melodies stuck in my brain. It's a typical sensation, feeling this sensational.